Hi everyone, this is Meenakshi Ramesh, and I'm making a video today again for tapping for hearing loss. This was a request from someone, so I'm acknowledging and honoring their request. So I went on to the Healing Questions Guide book. I actually encourage each and every one of you to have this book on your Kindle, or just buy. If you can buy a physical copy, it would be great. I pretty much refer to this book all the time, from head to toe. If I have a problem, or if anyone comes up with a physical issue with a client or a friend or a family member, I always look into this book. Before I tap, I want to share my experience that using this book, a positive experience that I had using the questions from this book. A couple of months back, or maybe a month back, I don't exactly remember, I had pain in my middle finger. I had, it started with as a very, very, very light pain. It was not very severe, and then slowly it became like a nagging, annoying pain. It was not very severe or intense, but it was there. The pain was constant, and it was in my middle finger. And I didn't know what could be the reason. I didn't see a doctor because it was bearable. So I tried applying some topical creams, and I used some arnica. I used the usual things that I try. I did tapping also, just to kind of release the pain, and setting an intention to release, acknowledging the pain. I did everything. But the pain did not go away. I had it for maybe more than a week. And then I looked into the book. I wish I had looked at it sooner. And I looked up middle finger, and I noticed that grief was listed as one of the emotions. I don't remember the questions exactly. I have to look at the book. And I used the questions, I did some reframes, and I used the affirmations using this listed in the book. And the pain totally was gone. The pain totally faded away. It never came back. So to that extent, it was powerful. So sometimes, we think that the simple things, oh, this is too simple, so this may not work. We really never know until unless we try. So I want to share that before we do some tapping. I also want to share a quote from the book listed under ears. E. If the solution is simple, God is answering, by Albert Einstein. If the solution is simple, God is answering, Albert Einstein. Can you imagine? The world-renowned scientist. He's given so much to to all of us. Albert Einstein, this is coming from him. So tapping itself is very simple, and sometimes that is one of the reasons people, it's hard for people to believe how can a simple tool like tapping can make a profound change within us. But the truth is, it can. It has the ability to change many things for all of us. All right. So coming back to the Healing Questions Guide and tapping for hearing loss, I did a search for hearing problems, and I came up with there are a lot of questions listed in the book. I'm just going to do the best I can because your request was for hearing loss. I'm going to maybe take up some questions under difficulty hearing. There are a couple of questions under difficulty hearing. I will maybe use those questions in my tapping script. And also, if you don't know this already, the book also says that if you're having problem with your right ear, it has to do with what is going on in the environment externally. It's what is going on in the external environment. And if it's the left ear, it has to do with what is going on, going inside and about the self, internally. Whatever is going on internally, the left side is a representation of all the problems that we have on our left-hand side is, things about ourselves. And if it is on the right-hand side, it is about, our views and beliefs and thought processes about the external environment. So that's something I want to share. Let's get started with the tapping. Again, one more thing before we tap is, if you have completely if this person, if the video that you requested, if it is for someone else who is complete hearing loss, it's always a good idea for them or their family member or a caregiver or someone to help them find out when did they completely lose their hearing, you know. Was there a time in their life where they experienced some problems? Did they experience hearing loss recently, or it's been there for quite some time? So it's all good, worth exploring. And always when something like this could have been gradual or it could have been sudden, it's good to explore what was going on in their life, you know, as they go through this as they experience this hearing loss. Was there any significant event or memory or trauma that happened to them which could have been a cause for this hearing loss? So these are all things, questions worth exploring. And of course, we can definitely do tapping to acknowledge our emotions. Okay, so let's begin tapping. Even though I've totally lost my hearing, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am unable to hear, or I have some difficulty hearing, I choose to stay calm and confident and believe that I can still live my life fully and completely. Even though I'm experiencing hearing loss and I don't know what created this issue for me, I'm open to the possibility of getting some clues that led to this hearing loss, and I'm open to healing them. Go to the eyebrow. All this difficulty in hearing, I'm unable to hear very well. I'm afraid I have a total hearing loss. I wish I could hear everything that's going on around me. I feel so sad and deeply hurt because I'm not able to be present fully because of the hearing loss. I'm unable to participate in conversations, and I'm unable to process and hear what people are telling me. It is frustrating for me and for everyone around me. I am really frustrated and sad knowing that I'm unable to hear and be present with myself and with the people around me. I wonder what triggered this issue for me. And I really wonder if I will ever be able to hear the way I used to hear. I acknowledge all my emotions and I choose to stay calm and confident and believe that things can get better. One of the questions in the difficulty hearing is, what is it I'm afraid I'm going to hear? I release the fear of things that I do not want to hear? What will it take to believe I can handle what I am hearing? I choose to relax, stay calm and confident, and believe that I can handle what I am hearing. And for the right ear, what will it take to feel courageous and capable, regardless of what I hear is going on in the world? I give myself permission to feel courageous and capable, regardless of what I hear is going on in the world. And for the left ear, what assumptions and interruptions about life do I feel or being threatened by what I'm hearing? I release all the assumptions and interpretations about life that I experience and feel every day. I release the fear and the idea of being threatened by what I'm hearing. The next question for left ear is, what am I hoping to protect by not listening? I release the need to protect myself by not listening. I am open to the possibility of this issue being healed and resolved. And I set an intention right here, right now, to be able to resume or recover from this hearing loss. So stop tapping, take a deep breath. So if it is like a total hearing loss, then it's, it may be even difficult for this person to use tapping. So in that case, someone can do surrogate tapping for them. And like I said, if you actually think about hearing loss, it's one way of our brain, our nervous system, and this individual really shutting them off from everything that they don't want to hear or experience, right? If you intuitively think like that. So that is also a good place to start tapping, saying that, even though I don't want to hear anything that's going on within me or outside of me, I love and accept myself. I do not want to hear what is going on within me. I do not want to hear and experience the world that is outside of me. I do not want to experience anything. I do not want to hear the words, the noises, the chaos, and the commotion in the outside world. And I do not want to experience any internal chaos and confusion and emotional turmoil that is within me. It's very difficult for me to share what I think and feel. And it is also very difficult for me to listen, care, and be able to receive what is being said to me. So I just like this made it up. So if you think that this is some kind of a way of shutting off, nobody would do this intentionally, but it is just all subconscious. So these are all ways you can just kind of brainstorm and modify your tapping statements, or you can use the book and use the questions as an inquiry process and reframe them and tap along with them. All right. I hope this video was helpful to some extent. Again, this is not a replacement of any medical treatment. Whatever you're doing, please continue and incorporate tapping as and when you need to. So that's all in today's video. I hope to see you all again with another video soon. Bye.